Oh, no, you can't do that, Edison. No, 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 that hasn't just happened. Hey guys, it's Ep14 and welcome back to episode 14 of my Manchester City career mode. Now today's episode got us first game against Norwich for us to play in the Cup. It's the FA Cup match, obviously, for us to get through, and it is obviously, like I say, a home match for us to play. Then we've got a game against Newcastle, also in the Cup as well. That's the semi-finals, so there's the first leg of that as well, obviously in the other Cup competition. And then a game against Liverpool as well to finish off today's episode. That's in the league, and that's also assuming that there's no fixture changes. So actually in today's episode we've got some games against some big teams. And Norwich to look forward to, so it could be interesting. Hopefully, going to get ourselves a couple of good victories here as well, or ideally win all of them. But you can see the amount of games we have against Newcastle coming up. Obviously, the two fixtures against them, and we've got them in the league as well. So a lot of games to play against them. We'll certainly get used to playing against them come the end of the next couple of episodes. But we do also have the January transfer window as well. We might be bringing in one or two players here. We're looking for potentially a Mangala replacement. He's hopefully going to leave us. Maybe bringing a new centre back in today's episode. Other than that, can't think of that many new additions, but we'll have to wait and see. Before we get into things though, if we could try and hit 100 likes on today's episode, I'd really appreciate it. Also, feel free, if you're new to the channel, to go ahead, hit that subscribe button as well down below, and that'd be absolutely fantastic. Trying to hit 15,000 subscribers, and obviously by hitting that button you can help out massively, so I'd really appreciate it. Kyle Walker got player of the month last month as well, that should also be mentioned. He doesn't start this game though. It's Bravo, Danilo, Stones, Otamendi, Zinchenko in defence, Davenport, Yaya Toure and Foden in midfield, Sterling, Gabriel Jesus and Gulam as our front three. Yes, Gulam playing as a left winger in this game. Gonna see how it goes. Obviously it's a cup game, so a few rotated players here. It's an opportunity against a team like Norwich to be able to try out a few different players. This is the bench I've gone with as well. Again, mixture of changed and decent players, very much similar to the starting 11, and we'll wait and see how we cope with it. Hopefully it's going to be a good victory for us. But yeah, it'll be an interesting one. Could get ourselves a bit of an upset here, because there has been plenty of changes, but I like Davenport, holding midfielder. Hopefully he's going to put in another great performance again. Okay, there we go for this fixture against Norwich. They're playing in their interesting purple kit. Actually not too bad. Nice little kit that they've got going on there. I don't know if it's the away one or the alternative one, but we have got an interesting game in our hands here against Norwich with so many changed players. I will be very curious to see how we get on, how we're able to cope with these changes, because it is about coping. It's about obviously being able to play still good football with this side, and with a lot of youngsters out, and obviously less quality on the pitch. So hopefully still get ourselves through into the next round. Jesus looking to play in behind here to Gulam. Go on, hits it on the volley, and that's certainly something we'll be lacking from Gulam, is a finish from the left back. Obviously playing as left winger in today's game, but yeah, we kind of shown that he's a left back with that sort of strike. Foden into Yaya. Yaya now inside, look at Zinchenko. It's a fantastic run from the left back, and he scores as well. Oh no, he's offside. Should have probably known that. He did look a little bit offside, but that is fantastic play. Look at this interchange. Oh, it's so close as well. Oh, it's a brilliant run from Zinchenko that he's carried on. Oh, he's playing at left back in today's game. Could have played as a left winger maybe, but I wanted to try him in that role. Haven't played him as a left back so far, and so I thought we'd give it a go, and that's a fantastic run that he's made. So close to an opening goal. Great chance here for Norwich. Oh, well played from Danilo. Great chance for them, and that was so close to a bit of an embarrassing moment for us there. But Norwich had very few chances. They came forward then, after he boxed them in for most of that first half. They came forward and had a great chance to try and put themselves 1-0 up. It hasn't happened yet for us. Still remains 0-0. Don't know how, to be honest, because like I say, we have boxed them in and created the odd opportunity. It hasn't been anything clear-cut. I think it's just a case of, again, being a little bit patient, waiting to break them down, maybe moving the ball a little bit quicker and trying to find the right sort of spaces, get the positioning a little bit better, I think, in this half. So we'll see how it goes, but Norwich wanting to sit deep, really, so it's a little bit tough for us to find space. Gulam now over to Foden. Foden looking for a ball into the middle. Gabriel Jesus, what a save from Gunn. Oh my days, how's that not got in? I have no idea, because that is a brilliant, brilliant bit of play. It's an even better save as well. How he's got across his goal like that, I have no idea. Should be 1-0, and it's fantastic the way he just managed to find the right sort of margins to play those sort of passes, but couldn't get the finish right, and that has been a little bit bad luck for us there. Don't know if it was a poor finish or not, it's just really good goalkeeping, and so yeah, we've not really found too much luck so far in this game. Oh, what a pass that is. And it's over the bar, luckily for us, so close there. We're going to have to make some changes here, because the game's slipping away from us a little bit in the timing sort of sense. We're still well in control, but not really creating enough clear-cut chance. Had that one chance which we should have scored, but it's a brilliant save. So let's make some changes now, I think, to try and get ourselves through to the next round. Okay, the three changes. Silva, Delphin and Aguero all coming on, not holding back here whatsoever. Yaya Toure, Foden and Zinchenko all coming off. Gulam go plays the left back, obviously now. Gabriel Jesus on the left-hand side. Sterling remains on the right-hand side. So we'll go with that. Davenport remains on the pitch for the rest of the game. See how that goes, final 30 minutes. Obviously those changes are big changes for us, big names to bring on off the bench. They need to make a big impact though, and need to get us through into the next round with 30 minutes left. Aguero trying to play it over to Raheem Sterling. We know he's got the pace. Now can he bring it down? Needs some support in the middle here. Raheem Sterling trying to come inside. Sterling intercepted. It's just not quite good enough in the final third. Haven't got the names going forward. Haven't got players going forward. Bodies going forward into the box. And that's been the main issue for us. Not having enough numbers going forward for some reason. Really having to, for some reason, sit deep and try and soak up the pressure when Norwich attack us. It's been a very sort of strange way that we've attacked. It's not been normal whatsoever. And it's meant that we've really struggled going forward at times. Chance, over the bar. 3 minutes left of this game. It's been a very frustrating match for us because it's one where we've not managed to convert our possession and our dominance in the final third to goals, and that's been the main issue. We'll go into extra time, I think, if that's what happens in this competition, so that'll be also very interesting. You can tell Norwich are kind of half playing for a draw as well, happy for us to try and chase this game. They have no need to go forward, but Aguero maybe still the chance and saved by the goalkeeper. We'll get the ball straight into the box, but running out of time now. Bernardo Silva to deliver, and Gunnell gets that really, really easily. Poor delivery in from him, gets too close to the keeper. Aguero, though, into Gabriel Jesus, and that's been a common theme, not being able to get a shot away because the blocked us or intercepted like that. So that's it, 0-0. We'll see whether it goes into more time or not. We'll see whether we have extra time. Do we? No, we don't. It's another leg. Great, we don't need extra fixtures at all in this stage of the season, but we've got it, and yeah, Norwich will be happy with that. Go to their place and play a replay. Frustrating for us, really disappointing. It kind of highlights our issues in the last couple of episodes. We've not been able to take our chances and slipping up occasionally, but it's been more of a challenge for us, and I think that's been something we've needed because it has been far too easy for us so far this season. So a little bit more of a challenge, and we'll wait and see whether we're able to find a way through to the next round in the next leg. Kevin De Bruyne bid in for him that we got last episode was obviously just under £113 million. I'm going to reject this, but I think it's more worrying for me is his release clause. It's not actually that far off their bid. And so if they were to just decide to increase it by like, you know, £28, £27 million, then they'd actually have De Bruyne. We'd obviously have to negotiate a new contract or, you know, reject all offers or whatever, but it's not that far away, to be honest, from PSG. So before the semi-final game against Newcastle, before the first leg of that, we do have some player drills to do. Hopefully going to get Ruiz up to 67 overall this week. We'll have a look, but have we? Yes, we have actually. It's fantastic news. He goes up and just about finds his way to 67 overall. As you probably noticed, he does now have a player picture as well. That's obviously been an update from EA very recently. So now we no longer have that sort of blank face. We've actually got a player. I now actually know what he looks like. Before we get into that semi-final, though, we are going to decide to list Mangala. We're going to add to the transfer list. He's going to leave us. At times, I think he's done okay, but I just don't think he's been consistent enough. I've not been massively impressed with him. He's had the odd 1 or 2 good games. I think I probably prefer him as a left-back, to be totally honest. I think he can do a good job there, but we just don't really need one. So we can obviously play Delph there and Zinchenko. So we're going to get rid of him. We'll bring in another centre-back. Not too sure which one just yet. It could be that we just pay the release clause of Lucas Hernandez. It's really difficult to know exactly. He's obviously got a great potential. Both of these guys, I think, are 6 foot as well. So not the tallest of centre-backs, but I think could be good options for us. And to be honest, I think I'm just going to pay the release clause of Lucas Hernandez just to avoid everything. £27 million is a lot of money, although saying that we do have a lot of money spare. It's so tempting. Yeah, I think we will. We're just going to pay and skip club negotiations, go straight to £27 million, and he will join us. And I'll go straight to the contract now as well, so we'll negotiate that. Okay, so first of all, I need to have an idea of what sort of role he'll have, so we're going to go rotational to begin with, see what he says, maybe what's important. No, that's what he's hoping for. That's good. He wants a 4-year contract. I'm happy to do that as well until he's 25, and maybe a 5-year was probably my preference, but we'll go with that. No release clause, that's good. Obviously, we've done his release clause, and luckily he doesn't want one coming here. And we'll go with a wage of 51 grand, appearances. Yeah, to be honest, we're not going to really argue too much with that. I think we'll just accept it. There's no point going on with long negotiations. We'll get him to join, and that is him signed up straight away, ready for this game, actually against Newcastle if we need him. We'll look at changing around the team a little bit. Obviously got Mangala, who's hopefully going to be leaving us very shortly if we get bids in for him. But for now, let's focus on changing the team round and see how we get on. Good signing, though, I think, for today's episode. Good amount of money as well. Future first team player probably for us further down the line. So could be a good option, but let's now focus on this game against Newcastle. Quickly before we get onto the team for the next game, I've just noticed that they've changed on the fixtures as I hoped wouldn't happen. But basically, the game against Liverpool's now in 3 days' time. Then we've got the game against Norwich next episode to play as well. So they've had to flip things around a little bit, but it will be a very tough set of fixtures, I think, to finish off the rest of the month. So yeah, we'll hopefully be able to cope with that. But let's change around the team for this game and see if we can get ourselves a victory and see if we can score some goals against this Newcastle team. Because at the moment, we've kind of dried up a little bit. Okay, then on to this next game now against Newcastle in the semi-finals of the Cup. Got Ederson starting goal, Kyle Walker, Company, Stones and Mendy in defence. Yaya Toure, De Bruyne and Silva in midfield. We've got Sanchez, Aguero and Leroy Sané as our front three. This is the bench I've gone with. Hernandez gets on our new signing amongst the usual sort of players that you'd expect on there, to be honest. Let's see how we get on. Hopefully get ourselves a victory. Hopefully put us in a good position going into the second leg. Because obviously, you know, ideally I'd want to be able to take off as many players as possible during this game if we can get ourselves a good advantage. Need to focus on the game as Liverpool afterwards. So yeah, that could be a very interesting balance between this game and the next game. Hopefully though we can get ourselves a victory here and then we can focus on trying to get a victory in the next match. Okay, let's see how we get on for this game against Newcastle. Got to get ourselves some goals. If you don't get goals, you don't win games. Said it before and I'm going to say it again because it's so true. You need to find the back of that a few times if you want to be beating teams, and hopefully we can do that in today's game. Just got to try and somehow create more chances, try and break them down a little bit better. Already our defence is looking exposed, and that could have been a good opportunity for Newcastle. Company getting himself a yellow card less than 3 minutes in. Not the start we were after. So free kick as well on the edge of the box, and another one for us to try and deal with. Hosselu here over it. He might lay this one off actually. Needs somebody around just in case. Hosselu to shoot. Oh, hits the bar. Wow, that was close. Very, very close. Out for a corner, yeah, Toure to try and deliver here. Kevin De Bruyne is in there. Can he connect? He does. Oh, Company scores, please. No, he's onside. He is onside. Just checking. Thought for a second that he wasn't. He's been heavily involved, Company, so far in the opening 8 or 9 minutes. Obviously getting a yellow card just a few moments ago and now scoring to the back post. Completely unmarked. And it's a nice little tap in for him there. Really happy actually with the way that corner played out. Great little header from Kevin De Bruyne. Loads of power behind it. Good delivery from Yaya initially. You just see the way he puts so much power behind it. Saved by the goalkeeper. And the unmarked Company taps into the back of the net. Winning the game 1-0. That's the sort of start that we needed. Got ourselves the goal that we needed as well. Sané now trying to beat his man and go for a shot here. Tight angle. Oh, but he finds the back of the net. It's straight from kickoff. We've doubled our lead. Just 2 minutes later, it's Leroy Sané this time that gets it. And maybe we've found our goal scoring form again. What a finish that was. It was a tight angle, but obviously being left-footed, he's going to find it a little bit easier to find the bottom right-hand corner there. He certainly does as well. We just pick up the ball from a Newcastle mistake, and it's Leroy Sané that beats his man. And I just look at that for a finish. Off the post and in. You can't get any more in the corner than that. Fantastic finish. Win the game 2-0, and hopefully they're going to push on from that. Oh, Company's got himself sent off. Completely unintentional. I still have not got used to the standing tackle on FIFA 18. Still not got used to it. He's been heavily involved as the captain, getting himself a goal, and now the sending off. I just can't get used to the standing tackle at all. On previous FIFAs, that wouldn't have happened. You'd just gone up behind him and maybe sort of put a bit of pressure on him, but he's gone through the back of him, and quite rightly, it's a second yellow card. Very frustrating for us, because that could change the game a little bit here. Now I've got to pick someone to go off. It does mean a debut though for Hernandez, so a little bit of a positive there, I think. And so it'll be David Silva that's sacrificed here early on. Hernandez will go play alongside John Stones at the back. But 17 minutes in, having to make that change, not ideal to say the least, but yeah, we're going to see how it goes. Very frustrating. Like I said before, I just haven't got used to the standing tackle. I've said it a few times in previous episodes, but I just can't seem to get used to the way that now you can actually foul people properly with a standing tackle. Used to just put pressure on them, but nowadays it's a little bit more hefty than that. Great delivery. Oh, good save. Can it be followed up? It has been. It's 2-1. Oh, my days. Already Newcastle finding their way back into this game. This could be a very lively match, could this one. Lucas Hernandez comes out to try and stop the cross. He fails. And the ball goes in. We can't deal with it. And, yeah, Newcastle player scores it. Frustrating. 2-1. They've got themselves within distance now of being able to get on level terms. So, very frustrating for us to do that. But, yeah, it's obviously going to be very tricky now in the final, 60 minutes of this game. Playing down to 10 men. Oh, no, you can't do that, Ederson. No, 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 that hasn't just happened. On a plate, and he's got them back at level terms. I was literally just thinking about actually changing formation to 5 at the back. But I can't believe that pass. Jesus Christ. But obviously now we need to try and get a goal ourselves. I mean, obviously I know it's the first leg and we've got 2 away goals, which is great, but I can't really just allow this to continue, because if we don't change something, then we are just going to consistently sort of lose the ball, and then we're going to basically just keep conceding. So might have to look to change something. First though, I'm going to, until half time, try and put a bit more pressure on them, try and get ourselves a goal to put us back in front and give us some sort of lead to hold on to, but we'll see how successful that is. Aguero keeps hold of it, straight to the goalkeeper. The finish wasn't quite there. out for a corner. This is the sort of time we could do with company in the box, but yeah, sorry to deliver. What's it going to be like? And oof, to Leroy Sané, it's not great, and Sané's just completely messed that up. Mendy, go on. Oh, hits the bar. What a strike. Saved by Rob Elliott, I think, as well, because it's going out for a corner. Yaya to deliver again. This time headed away easily. Half time during the game 2-all. Obviously frustrating, the sort of collapse that we've had in that half due to company getting sent off. That's the first yellow card, clear yellow card, obviously. And the second one completely accidental. In fact, both of them really were, to be honest. But we have to deal with it now for the final 45 minutes. Remains 2-all. At this point, you'd probably take the 2-all, to be honest. But I still think there's going to be a few more goals in the second half. So yeah, a few tweaks here. Well, a few is probably an understatement, to be honest. Yaya Toure going to go play centre-back, 5-3-2 formation, but technically a 5-3-1 because one striker with the Aguero up front, and we've got Hernandez, Stones, Yaya Toure with the 3 centre-backs, obviously the full-backs there, but Sanchez, De Bruyne and Sané in midfield now. Aguero is going to play up front. We might look to change something around, might take Sanchez out of that midfield, and I think we'll go with maybe a Gundogan in there. I think Sané is going to be fine in that position for now, but we'll see how that goes for the opening 15 minutes of the second half. 2 changes already, it's not ideal, but I think something we've had to do. Aguero. Look for Leroy Sané to support him, he's held back for some reason, hate it when that happens. Aguero going to come inside now, going to look for a third goal. Oh, it's in the back of the net, I thought he'd saved it, we've scored. And with just under 30 minutes left, we've got ourselves back in front of this game. Bit of a counter-attack from their free kicks. Aguero had to go all alone because no one supports him whatsoever here. Comes inside and it's a great little finesse. Just about gets a glove to it, but actually puts it into the top right-hand corner with that glove. And it's 3-2 back in front for the first time in a while. And this should be a very interesting end to the game. It's not been comfortable for us still defensively. We've had a lot of issues, a lot of defenders coming out of position, very frustrating. Kyle Walker's made far too many mistakes as well. Very unusual by him. He's given away the ball a lot. Okay, final change on the defensive one. We're going to take Leroy Sané, bring on Goulem. He's going to place the centre-back alongside Hernandez and Stones. That pushes Yaya into midfield, a more familiar position, of course. And we'll see how that goes. Mendy is obviously our left wing-back. I think we're going to have to maybe drop a few more players a little bit deeper here, though. Yaya Toure, I think, is probably one that makes more sense to drop deeper, alongside Gundogan with De Bruyne a little bit further ahead of those guys. So, yeah, entering sort of the final 20 minutes now, it's going to be very much a case of trying to hold on, maybe hitting on the break, but yeah, we don't really have too many options going forward other than Sergio Aguero, of course, but other than that, I don't think there'll be that much support, and yeah, I've got to just basically defend for our lives now at 3-2. De Bruyne into Sergio Aguero. Aguero going to look to Gundogan with that pass. Gundogan just about gets there. Gundogan, can he chip the goalkeeper? Oh, a little bit optimistic. He had to punch over the bar though. Just about gets there, and we'll play this corner short into Kevin De Bruyne. Still going forward. Look at the amount of numbers we have. Could get hit on the break, and we might do in fact because Rob Elliott will keep hold of that. Okay, so pull the players right the way back now. Sergio Aguero is going to go help Kyle Walker a little bit. He's struggling slightly on that side, so if it's tempting, yeah, we'll go Aguero, I think, on that side. De Bruyne will go help out a little bit with the left back as well, but final 7 minutes, had to pull everyone back. It's very much going to be a case of just sort of holding out now, I think, for the rest of the game. That's a 3-2 victory. Had to pass it around a little bit, keep hold of possession at the end, but that's what you've got to do when you're trying to win a match and obviously get yourself a positive result. So we've got that 3 away goals, obviously that'll help us massively going into the next leg. Company will be out of the next leg as well, so we'll have to have a look at obviously what we do to the defence, but at least we'll have 11 players next time round. It was obviously tough, but we managed to get ourselves a victory, a really hard-fought victory as well, and yeah, playing such a long part of the game with 10 men was tough, but we managed to do it, and we're successful. Really nice shot, 7 on target. Obviously the Aguero goal right at the end was very helpful to us, and you know, obviously meant that we had to sit in a little bit deeper, but like I say, tactically I think it worked for us. Before the final game of today's episode, we have some emails to take a look at. Obviously players suspended here. Got a bid in for Mangala from Sevilla, £11.2 million. We'll have a look at this. How much is it worth? To be fair, I think we'll just accept it, try and get out the door. Happy, obviously, that we brought in Hernandez, did a decent job in the last game. Transfer approach made for Fernandinho. Okay, that's not good. Actually, no, this means the decision rests for Fernandinho. He could simply decide to join PSG. Yeah, we'll try and renew his contract. I actually want to keep him now, I've decided. I was watching back some of the footage whilst I was editing these videos, and yeah, he's actually performed a little bit better in game than I expected, creating quite a lot of chances. So we're going to try off a new deal. Hopefully he's willing to accept it and willing to go through with it. So first of all, he wants an important first team role, and we're going to happily give him that. I think he'll certainly have that as well. Then I would hope he doesn't want any sort of release clause, probably not at his age, to be honest. We'll wait and see. Yaya Toure did. We'll go with a 2-year contract. I think that's fair. He's 32 now. Hopefully he's okay with that, and he can agree, and I'll disregard release clause. Wage-wise, he wants 110 grand. He wants a wage decrease, but he wants a signing on bonus and a goals bonus, which I'm happy to give him a goals bonus. Wow, absolutely happy to give him a goals bonus. He's not going to get that many for us, but signing on fee of £1.1 million is again something I'm willing to do, so I'm not going to negotiate. To be honest, he'll just join us and he'll stay for the next season now. On to this game now against Liverpool to finish off today's episode. Company actually misses out of this game, which I think is quite interesting. I thought we'd miss out on the cup match, but obviously not. I'll change the team a little bit now. Okay, so on to this game against Liverpool, this is the team I'm going to go with. Edison starts in goal, Kyle Walker, Otamendi, Stones and Gulam in defence, Gundogan, Silva and Silva in midfield with Sterling, Gabriel Jesus and Sané as our front three. This is the bench I've gone with, Hernandez, Mendy, Danilo, Delph, De Bruyne and Sanchez and Guerrero on there as well. So a few rotations, but a few players also remaining in for the last game as well. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully going to finish off today's episode with a comfortable victory, but against second in the league it's going to be a little bit tricky. Obviously if they win then they get a little bit closer to us. Currently 15 points in front, so you'd expect based on that we should win, but anything can happen. Obviously the second in the league for a reason, so we'll wait and see exactly what we get. Okay, then here we go for this game against Liverpool at Anfield. Let's see how we get on. Got to get ourselves a victory here. Obviously disappointed by the first game of the episode, but a chance for us to redeem ourselves a little bit with a win here. Oh, 1-0 Liverpool, who conceded, and they've gone in front. That's frustrating, very frustrating, because it's the first shot they've had. And I don't know who's actually taken it. Is it Coutinho, Firmino, one of the two? Whoever it is, has dropped a little bit deep here, picks up the ball off the defender, off Otamendi too easily, and then just finds the bottom right-hand corner. Frustrating. It's Firmino that gets the goal, losing the game 1-0. Very, very disappointing start. Not the start we're after. Jesus, now a chance to try and run at the defence. Needs some support. He's not found it yet, so he shoots on his left foot, hits the bar, and Raheem Sterling will challenge for the header, but he won't get there. Gundogan to follow up with another shot, and this time saved by Mignolet. A little bit of a frustrating one for us. We've not had enough support for Gabriel Jesus. He's got in those positions a couple of times. There's been no forward runners trying to get him behind, and so we're just shooting from the edge of the box. It's not quite good enough for us at the moment. A little bit worried actually by the performance. Struggling, and it doesn't seem like I've got enough intelligence from the players out on the pitch, which is a little bit annoying as well. Should be having players getting in behind. They should be staying wide and they should be getting in behind. And I thought I'd actually put these instructions on the players, but they should be doing that naturally, really. The midfielders need to support a little bit more as well, but I think I'll try and do that in-game rather than try and do it with the instructions there. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully that'll improve things a little bit, but there's only so much I can really do with the instructions. David Silva. Over to Sterling, this is good, much better so far. Raheem Sterling bursting into the box to try and shoot, maybe cross it, and Leroy Sané tried the proper cross himself, but that was originally a shot from Raheem Sterling. Unfortunately, completely dragged it, and we still do have possession though. It was a much, much better start though than what we saw in the last half. We didn't really play particularly great at all, but much more of an attacking threat so far. Bernardo Silva now to shoot, and actually just wide. I thought it'd gone in. Bernardo Silva, much better run from him. Still going, looking on to Raheem Sterling. Can he shoot from a tight angle? He can, and he scores against his former club. There we go, that's the equaliser that we wanted. Raheem Sterling scores it, and it's just from a little run through, supporting the player a bit. You see Gabriel Jesus should be supported by Bernardo Silva here, but it's Sterling that offers him, and it's from a tight angle, but he still manages to find the back of the net. They're immediately not going to save it, and it's a great finish from Sterling, so much better. And has he had a change of face as well? Have they actually changed his in-game face? Because that is fantastic to see. It's about time as well. Let's find it. Yes, they have. That is fantastic news. They've actually changed what he looks like in-game. Anyway, back on level terms gives us an opportunity now to try and hopefully take the lead with another goal. Let's see how we get on, try and keep up this good play. A much better start to the second half. Liverpool not had any chances, really. Okay, first two changes. We're going to bring on Sanchez and Delph, take off David Silva and Leroy Sané, see how that goes. Hopefully try and improve the team a little bit here with those changes, try and freshen things up slightly. De Bruyne and Aguero will stay on the bench for now. Could be brought on, but not going to be a massive rush, to be honest. Pretty happy with the balance we have in the team other than those slight tweaks. Leroy Sané not being massively involved, so he comes off for Sanchez, who can hopefully start to cut in on his right foot. Oh, again, just not able to pick up the men properly. What are we doing with the marking there? Oh my days. How has that happened? They've taken two men out with that. We've failed with the third and it hits the bar. Oh my god, why is the defending so bad here? Sadly, I don't think we're going to get ourselves a goal, and that frustrates me a lot because we don't even look like scoring really, and that's the more worrying thing for us going forward. Got a chance here, but again, just blocks every time. Sanchez into Delph maybe? Oh my god. Oh my god. And that's it, drawn the game 1-1. Wanted to obviously win, hasn't happened, and again another frustrating one for us because we haven't got the goals we're after, but got to improve in the next episode. Got to find a way to try and improve because we are having chances, half chances. Most of the shots we're having are getting blocked, so although it says 12 shots, half that and maybe even half it again, and then you're getting to sort of the more sort of clear-cut chances of not having that many, really. One shot on target for Liverpool, they score it, obviously hit the bar late on. But yeah, annoying, a really annoying game for us, should do better, and haven't managed to, really. But that's everything for today's episode. Obviously got some other matches to play next time round, particularly cup games as well, against Newcastle and Norwich, so hopefully get ourselves positive results, hopefully get through to the next round as well, with games against them. But that's everything, thank you all so much for watching. If we could try and hit 100 likes on today's episode, I'd really appreciate it. Also, feel free to hit the subscribe button as well down below, and that'd be absolutely fantastic, really do appreciate it if you haven't done it already. And that is everything for today's episode, thanks for watching, and goodbye.